what we're doing, it just occurred to me, is basically just Dungeons and Dragons, but with football.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons. I was never into that kind of stuff. But it's funny because my neighbor, one of the guys who was one of my big influences, my neighbor was Mike Tagliere from Fantasy Pros, and he was into Dungeons and Dragons so much that he joined fantasy football because he thought that was some kind of like a fantasy realm kind of football thing, and he got into it not knowing what it was, and he got so far in this industry by having such a big a expanded mind about like how the fantasy thing works, kind of thing like that. But he ended up being really good at it. Worked for Fantasy Pros, worked his way up, not knowing anybody in the whole system, just kind of being himself and doing his ranking and stuff. But he started out doing fantasy stuff before he got into fantasy football, and that's why he got into fantasy football.